Andres Andreu from Bayshore Networks here. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple use case of content inspection or content detection at a very granular level using Yara and Yextend under the hood and indicators provided by you, the user. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a Yara rule set. And this rule set has two rules, simply looking for lorem and sensitive. So let's just call this we'll save that. So we're going to apply that same exact rule set to both a web-based listener and an SMB file share listener. Okay, so we're going to start with the web-based listener, and so I'm going to set up a filter in our syslog page such that I can see hits for that policy. Alright, so we're going to post up a file. We use a docx file, and here we have some hits. And so there's the lorem rule from that rule set. There were 44 hits inside of that document. Then here's the sensitive rule, and there was one hit, which makes sense because it's the footer. So let's take that same file and let's tar it up into a gzipped tarball. And let's put that inside of a zip file. Alright, so we'll use that zip file this time. So the actual docx file is embedded in a couple of layers of archives. And there it is. We'll upload that. Last hit was a 1657, and here we are at 1658. There's the lorem hit with 44. Detected the type of file. And here's the parent file name, which is correct, docx, and inside of that, the XML file that holds the actual content. Here's the sensitive rule. There was one hit, and that's inside of the footer of the actual docx file. So as you can see, we go into the content that's inside of the archives irrespective of the amount of layers. I mean, we do place some limits, but we do go pretty granular and pretty deep. And we look for the content utilizing Yextend and Yara. So let's use the same exact data to connect into a SMB file share. Okay, so we're connected. Let's set up a different filter here so that we can look at the correct policy. So there's no hits there. And here we're going to take, let's use a zip file as well. We'll move that across. And if you look at syslog, there we go with some hits. There's lorem, 44. Again, extracted from inside of the archive. So you can see the parent file name there and the child file where the actual hits took place. And there's the sensitive rule right there. And so you see the same exact Yara rule set can be applied to any protocol handler that we support. whether it's on the industrial side or on the enterprise side, and there are multiple protocols within each, yet we treat the actual functionality the same way. It's the same engine using the same rule sets. Thanks for your time, and if you need any further info, hit us up at info@bayshorenetworks.com.